This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is David D'Onofrio. He is the CEO at White Gold Corp. It's a publicly traded company. I got a couple symbols for you. WGO on the TSX Venture and WHGOF on the OTCQX. And White Gold will be participating at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek hybrid event this year, happening September 8th through the 11th. With that, David, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Great to be here. Excited. We've got, I think, resurgent gold market ahead of us, and we're pumped to be, right in the thick of it.
Absolutely. So this is actually our first time doing an interview together. So I'd love to start off with a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Totally. So White Gold's actually a really unique company. It's pretty new. It's been around for 4 years now, I guess, co-founded with legendary Yukon prospector Sean Ryan and the Power One group out of Toronto, pretty notorious for being involved with a lot of very high profile and successful exploration stories. And our company is focused up in Canada's Yukon, right in the Klondike district. This was the area of the famed gold rush 120 years ago. Since that time, there's been 20 million ounces of gold taken off, right from the creeks and the surface. And really up until 10 or 15 years ago, there was zero modern day exploration, which is like insane to have, that kind of prolific gold production from, the creeks and no one really going to look at it. If there's 20 million ounces on the surface, there's got to be some more if you dig a little bit deeper. So Sean Ryan, he went there, he prospected this whole area 15 years ago, started doing some modern work, and almost immediately hit 2 multi-million ounce discoveries, like unbelievable. And what ended up happening was the market kind of turned south in 2014. He reassembled this entire package and put it into one company now, which is what led to the generation of White Gold. So White Gold is really a super junior. We've tied up this whole district. We believe that it has the prospectivity to be like, the Nevada Goldfields or Timmins, and to have it all in one sort of company in a great mining jurisdiction like Canada's Yukon is, to us was almost an unheard of opportunity in this day and age. So, we jumped on the opportunity to partner with Sean, and that uniqueness was not lost on some of the majors that we had great relationships with, and we're able to attract 2 major mining companies to come in as our partners to really try and unlock the value of this prolific district. And that is now Agnico and Kinross, who both own 17% of the company each. And we've gotten to work, we have one of Sean's original discoveries in our company, 1.8 million ounces, 2+ grams, open pit material. So huge value there. And we have this massive portfolio, 1 million acres, it's 400,000 hectares of total blue sky prospectivity. We've been working those up for the last 4 years, building on the work that Sean did initially. There's 100 million plus of dollars that have gone into the company. We have a great assets to start, very, amongst a short list of assets that size and that grade in a great jurisdiction like Canada. And, but what's even more exciting is the discovery potential. We've tapped into a few of those recently. Happy to chat some more about that.
So you already alluded to my next question a little bit, but what would you say in full makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there? I would say in the Yukon specifically.
Yeah, well, listen, the goal of a exploration company is you got to find something, right? Starts, and you got to go raise money. You got to bring in partners. That whole process takes 10 years, really. If you're going to make a new discovery, by the time you delineate, an economic resource, we've already done that, right? This company now has the benefit of actually 15 years of work. And like I mentioned, north of $100 million spent on that. We've delineated this asset. We have 2 majors of partners, right? The next step maybe goes to them to develop it. We're obviously on the radar of a lot of the mid-tiers. That type of an asset would be perfect for these majors. Now they need to replenish their pipeline, right? There's been a decade of underinvestment in exploration. And, you can check the research. An asset that's nearly 2 million ounces, that grade, in a place like this, there's not many out there, right? So I think the next part of this cycle we're going to see is M&A. These majors need to replenish their pipeline. Like I said, they haven't done much in 10 years. And that last 2 years is basically nothing happened, right? With COVID, everyone was shut down. So, when do you see the value opportunities in the junior market? I think is really once you see the majors starting to step in on the M&A side. So I think that is something that's perspective. We're having a lot of interest in that regard from different capacities. So our goal as White Gold is we have this huge portfolio. we're an exploration company. We want to take these assets, find them, show the value, and then monetize them for the shareholders, use that capital to continue to go on and generate project after project after project. And, to own a package like this in a place with this much, rich gold production history, I really feel like it's like, if you could go back in time and buy, we own 40% of the targets, which is 80%. So imagine you can go back 80 years and buy 40% of the gold fields in Nevada, or 40% of the Abitibi, or 40% of the Timmins. Like, what would that be worth today? That's billions and billions of dollars. And really, I feel like that's the opportunity here, and that's what got us so excited to get involved. And we've been executing right on all fronts. We've grown our asset, 50% increase in ounces. We've tied into 3 new discoveries lately, which is we're drilling right now. And some of these, it's the first time they've ever seen a drill hole in their entire existence, which is a thrill to be a part of.
Very good. And David, what's your background? I mean, how'd you come into all this?
So I have a finance background. I'm with the Power One Group in Toronto. We're a merchant bank. Like I said, our model is to go out and find great assets or great people to back. Sean Ryan is one of the most successful prospectors in the game. Covered New York Times Magazine twice. He had his first discovery, the Golden Saddle, with Underworld Resource. Kinross bought that for 140 million. A couple years later, Kaminak, they had their coffee discovery in this district in the Yukon where we are. Gold Corp bought that for 500+ million. So when he brought this opportunity to us, he said, like, listen, guys, I know what led to these discoveries. I see so many more out there. In this package that I've assembled, we were thrilled to be able to be a part of that. And we've seen now, in our involvement in this industry for so many years, what it takes. And you want to time the cycle right. You want to work with the right people. Success breeds success. He's had so much success in this district, and it was the perfect storm. And we were able to bring our network of strategic institutional investors and strategic corporates. These 2 majors, right? To have 2 majors investing in a junior company, I think that speaks a lot to the value, opportunity, and the validity of the thesis that we have for this district.
Very good. So you've already spoken at length a little bit on some of the value catalysts that you have moving forward. I mean, from what you can tell us, what would you say are the 1 to 2 things that you'd like investors to really understand the most about the story moving forward in the near term, and maybe in the short, midterm, long term?
Yeah, for sure. So, one of the interesting things with projects in northern districts. So, we're in the Yukon. A lot of people have the misconception that it's remote. It's not. It's like a 3-hour flight from Vancouver, 5 hours from California. You can get there. There's airstrips. The government's investing $300 million to upgrade all the infrastructure specifically to support mining. So the remoteness is not something, to be so concerned of. Our particular district, we have a great relationship with the local communities. Like I said, they've been mining, for over 100 years there. The First Nations and the communities, they're very supportive of this, as is the government. And what do we have? What do we have to look forward to? Sean's developed this incredible exploration protocol. Starting from the soil geochemistry. Like, you asked the question, maybe why was this not explored for 100 years with all this success? And the reason is, this area was never glaciated, believe it or not. So typical prospecting methodologies, you got your chip hammer, you're looking for outcrop. There's not a lot of outcrop. So Sean figured out another tool with the soil sampling, and he used those to identify the mineralized systems. Anyways, he's had this protocol from there, and trenching, preliminary drilling, diamond drilling, and we're at a point now where we have 3 or 4 bona fide targets we've worked up, and they're being diamond drilled for the first time ever. One is our Betty property, for example. It ties on to Casino's 20 million ounce deposit, Newmont, which is the old Kaminak coffee deposit, multi-million ounces. It's along this structure. We see that we have anomalies. We see it in the soil. We've seen it in the bedrock. And now we're putting the first diamond holes into this ever. So, like, those type of results are coming out. We had a major new discovery a couple kilometers away from our flagship asset. Like, that's the best place you want to find ounces. We think that can be accretive. So in the near term, we're drilling now. We're active. We're going to have results for the balance of the year. I think this is a very exciting time, where a lot of times the price gets depressed, and now we kind of, before the results coming. So we're in that phase now. Results will start coming very soon. And on the medium term, now, I think we're in a very envious position to be able to start unlocking the value of these different assets that we have. A lot of people are interested in coming back into the sector. Like I mentioned, the majors need to replenish their pipeline and the mid-tiers. So there's a lot of different things corporately that could be happening on the horizon. In addition to what the most exciting thing is and what we can control is exploration success, which we're pretty optimistic about.
Very good. All right, David, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on White Gold Corp?
Our website's a great resource. We have some fantastic videos that have been put together, bring you right into the Yukon. Unfortunately, with COVID last couple of years, haven't been able to do too many site tours. So we went and built these virtual site tours. It's an incredible place in the world, especially if someone's a mining enthusiast. This was the one of the earliest places in Canada that was able to help the industry evolve. So the history is rich, the scenery is phenomenal. You see some of it over my shoulder here, and the opportunity, I believe, is unparalleled. As a district scale opportunity, with the people that we have involved, with having had so much historic production, so much success with such little exploration and so underexplored. You can find out about all that on our website and more.
Very good. And that's www.whitegoldcorp.ca. David, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
Thanks so much. Look forward to it as well. Take care.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. White Gold Corp will be there participating, and thank you all for watching.